Greetings, everyone. Today, the world celebrate Valentine's Day, or I would say people of the world celebrate Valentine's Day. $19.6 billion is spent on gifts. It's a day filled with lust and materialism. You are given the impression that in order for you to gain or keep love, you must be prepared to buy it. I'm going to spend this time to share with you the true meaning of Valentine's Day, or at least its origins. And these are pagan holidays or festival. Now, the name is changed to Valentine's Day, but the original name was Lupercalia, which is was an ancient Roman holiday. And the focus of the pagan holiday, you learn ways of the Edens. February 15 occurs in our calendar as the day we call the Day of Love, which is Valentine. But I want you to understand that the root word means Lupercalia, wolf. And this pagan holiday was honoring Romulus and Remus, the two mystical creatures in Roman time. The festival of Lupercalia on February 14th, you would have two groups of priests, the followers or descendants of Romulus and Remus. They'd meet in a cage in a Palatine hell, it was referred to. Feasting and drinking starts off these festivals. And then they were followed by sacrifices of animals, ETAL, meaning and other things, honoring the she-wolf that supposedly cared for the mystical figures, which is Romulus and Remus. After these sacrifices are done, two priests are placed in the center of the room. And of course, they are from either followers of or descendants of Romulus and Remus. And as they enter the center, the sacrificial blood is placed on their forehead and washed off with goat milk. This was a symbol of ending the feast. But what this is, it really was a symbol of the feud and violence between Remus and Romulus. The hide of the sacrificed animals would then be turned or made into whip, and the people would strip themselves and run throughout the street of ancient Rome. Women were hit in the face with these whips. They would lash people as they ran through the street. These whips were linked to fertility and childbirth, now so popular as Valentine's, because around the 5th century CE, Pope Glacius ended it and banned it due to nudity and drunkenness, and then renamed the festival of the purification of the Virgin Mary. Valentine's Day, now celebrated on the same date, still has these modern fertility festivals around the world still linked to it. There's a saying, there is no enemy of the sheep like the wolf. Can I repeat that? There is no enemy of the sheep like the wolf. And many people in the world today, they just fall in line and they participate in events, not realizing that these things that you participate in only cause certain energies to be attached to you. And if not for that reason, what you do is pay homage and worship certain spirits in your midst, and then you ask, why is this happening to me, and why can I whatever? And when you look, you see certain culture just rise and build and grow, and govern, and some continue to, decrease year after year, centuries after centuries. Because what you actually do is, as you participate in some of these festivities, you honor gods, and put that in quotation, gods that don't acknowledge you, don't know you, or you attach spirit beings to yourself that has no interest in doing anything else but destroying you. The enemy of the sheep, or the greatest enemy of the sheep, is the wolf. So I'm going to appeal to some people in this video to say to you, you have a partner who's there holding down the fort, who, takes care of the responsibility in the household, who is a loyal, dedicated husband or father or friend to you. And because he doesn't go out and buy something that he probably cannot even afford, you decide that he's no good and he's boring, and the folks who are out there indulging in all of these festivities for this one day. This one day, I'm expected to be treated wonderful every single day of the week. I'm expecting to get those back rubs and those foot rubs every day. And even if you fall asleep on it, I'm expecting it still. Okay? I'm not expecting on this day for anyone to go out and buy me gifts. And that is how I'm going to measure my partner's love for me. And so some of you women are going to pressure these men. You actually break up with men, and then there are times when men break up with you before this time because they don't want to spend money on you. And I don't blame them, because if you are going to think that the extent of a man or woman's love on this day will show you how much they care for you, then you got a problem, and you shouldn't be in a relationship. You should be by yourself. So when you look at the origins, go back and look it up for yourself, people. Lupercalia, this, ancient Roman festivity, pretty much like most of these ones that, you spend thousands of dollars, and anything that someone asks you to go out and spend money on to prove whatever, to show love, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that picture. If you find yourself single today, a lot of women are going to be feeling down and feeling depressed. Today is so special. Some, people who like to brag about their education, how, socially, I don't know, important they are. They participate in this, and they never one day ask themselves, where did this come from? What does this mean? What is the origin of this? Especially when you live in certain parts of the world, when you understand that the culture you have is one that is forced upon you. And those within that culture that held on to their, African ancestry, or held on to the memories of their forefathers, those persons are special in this time. Special. You have to be a very special person to know your history and to understand that many of the things that you're taught or introduced to are things that are oppressive, or are dark, witch, pagan traditions. And you would participate in these things, but you would frown or turn your nose up on the things that our African, ancestors practiced. Those are demonized, and these things are put to the forefront, and you worship them. But listen, it's all about personal choice. I respect your choice. If this day is a special day for you, and you need your partner to show through demonstration of material things or lust, bless up yourself and big up yourself on this day. For those who want to hear the origin and the truth, and want to say, listen, I'm walking in righteousness. I'm walking with the true spirits that I can identify with me and my forefathers, then I'm saying stay far from these kind of things. Love, our one day cannot be used to define love, just like one day or 1 month cannot be used to define our people. February, and it's so ironic that this festivity of love is the same one in the same month as the one that is given to us as African people. Come on, think about it. And to be smart, stay blessed, everybody.